Welcome to the Survivor Series WarGames preview. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by another one of Dudley Boys, Michael Hamflett from WhatCulture, here to look ahead to this weekend's premium live event, Survivor Series WarGames. But before we get into it, we're fans of this sort of thing, make sure to subscribe to WhatCulture.
Don't change where you're from.
Or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music, or on YouTube. Where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we review Raw, SmackDown, and the show for you. Only known as NXT 2.0. Oh! AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup week complete with a very good quiz, of course, on wrestling culture. I said no. Join my Michael Hamflett to look ahead to Survivor Series WarGames.
We haven't got a record scratch button.
It's a semi-cylinder.
It's a semi.
Yeah, I got a semi.
I absolutely don't looking at you, and I mean that with no disrespect. I might just look down the camera because you would think it would be Wilbourn's entire aesthetic, which you will explain in a second. That is, I'm finding it so difficult to look at you. But from the moment you walked in this morning,
Something was up.
I
Something was
didn't
wrong.
I didn't clock the rest of the attire. All I could see.
Yeah.
That those things must be the only way my head looks circular. Like, all I could see was you not in your glasses. And as I've said, whenever you and Sid take your glasses off, it
Weird.
makes me realise how much I look at your faces every day. Because at this point, I'm almost not looking. You're so, like, you're imprinted on my brain. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love the both of you. I love everything that we've got. But you're not. I don't know who you are.
This?
I don't like you at all.
So, yeah, for anyone who's confused, particularly the audio listeners.
Oh, God, the poor audio listeners.
I'll
The
take
people
them
with
out in a
misophonia about eating noises. And
I'll
could just
check them out in a second, I promise. But I made a promise, if I hit 500 pounds of donations for my November this year, I did Chucky's dad a couple of years ago. This year, smashing. It's Nigel Thornberry. And yeah, I realised this morning I haven't got a great deal of costume. If I take the teeth out and I put my glasses on, it's just me wearing a backpack and some binoculars, basically, looking like a pervert. So that's my weekend usually. So I had to put my contacts in, and I hate the way I look like this. The teeth is the least I'm bothered about, to be honest, out of all this. I hate not wearing glasses, aside from when I'm playing football. But a deal's a deal. Thanks to everyone who donated. To be serious for just like 2 seconds, it is a cause that is very close to my heart, so I appreciate it every year that people donate, and I feel like I have to give something back, hence this.
Why is it funny when you're being sincere?
Yeah. So, Survivor Series WarGames.
But first,
SmackDown.
/ Survivor Series WarGames, because the Survivor Series is coming to SmackDown.
Indeed. They are back at the Bowl Arena tonight because WWE are the good guys. They have taped this show just so their wrestlers can have Thanksgiving off.
Oh,
that's why they
that
did
makes
it,
sense,
apparently.
Yeah. That does. Well, that is...
But we have avoided all spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm checking them out.
Yeah, okay,
I'll
please.
bring them back in for something later.
Yeah, all right.
You pick the match, and they'll pop them back in.
Okay.
For the time being. Hi, everybody. It's me. I'm back.
It was Wilbourn. I thought it was... What's he called again?
Nigel Thornberry.
I thought it was Nigel Thornberry.
Is that what veneers feel like?
I don't know. Do you ever... I don't... It's been too long since I went to the dentist because the Tories effed it. But when I was going regularly, you know, when you get your teeth cleaned, you're like, oh, God, is that what teeth are supposed to feel like? And you feel really bad for a bit.
Yeah.
You think, oh, why are the dentists eroded half my teeth? No, they haven't. They've just made that feel right.
Michael, have you been flossing? Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, all the time. Can't stop me.
Yeah. That's made everybody now. Like we have a sensory effect on people. That's made everybody put their tongue to the teeth and think about what's in the teeth right now. Everybody has done that. And in my mind, even though I think my teeth are okay, discoloured, it's a disgrace really. But based on the British cliche about teeth, I think I've been quite lucky. But what they feel like sort of kitchen knives when I come out the dentist and they're clean, you know, behind.
Yeah.
And you can feel you press your tongue against the back of it. It's like, oh, that's nice and sharp.
Yeah.
And then within 2 weeks, you realise, God, is that how much just slop I consume? In terms of my food, not the pro wrestling.
Hey.
Because it has just already created like a soft play for my tongue at the back of my teeth. Yeah, we wanted to cover, we don't need to preview all of SmackDown.
We're not going to guess who LA Knight his mystery opponent is because, well, I know.
Well, it was a 4-stage spoiler for me because you two inadvertently dropped 2 clues about something that I thought was unrelated to this.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Murray was absolutely castigating the state of this card at the desks this morning, which I vehemently disagreed with, by the way, he was reading the matches out because I was saying I'm really excited for SmackDown. And then he read the matches out loud at me to try and insist that I explain how and why. He then read one match and I was like, what's he doing there? And he went, oh, sorry, I spoiled it. And obviously, so I've been able to put your 2 and his 2 together and actually make 4 instead of 5. But let's just say it's Force him.
Hey, yeah, I mean, you've probably already seen it, but we're not going to talk about it just in case.
And he's going to lose again.
Yeah, as is.
Hoorah!
As is Rusev against Jey Uso, one would assume. I don't know the actual result of that match, but I assume Jey's making it at least to the semis.
Or last minute WarGames.
Or injury.
Like attack by the Vision.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like sort of to screw him out of that and maybe go for the, like Rusev works a body part and then like the Vision screw Jey Uso and then after the match target that body part and he's going into WarGames hurt.
Yeah, I suppose that could make sense. And I mean, Gunther's making the final, whatever happens. So I suppose you could be like, oh, is it going to be Rusev in the final against Gunther? That'd be a hard-hitting affair. We'll briefly talk about the women's War Game advantage match when we get to the actual match itself. And they've got it half right so far.
Mm-hmm. Finished the job.
And what we did say, actually, I'll just mention it now, might as well. I think it's less important in the women's match than it was in the men's, only because there's a scenario that you can have where, let's say, Nia Jax starts the match for the heel team, but they're at the disadvantage, but she's in there against AJ Lee and Alexa Bliss, which they're 2 incredibly talented wrestlers, but in terms of a size difference, she should be unaffected by the disadvantage there.
And you can do that thing you do where, yes, she's a heel, but you kind of tacitly baby-facing somebody and have Lash Legend constantly be able to offset the numerical disadvantage. She's like, a new babyface arrives. Wait, we're winning again. Lash Legend, smash, boot in the face. And all, wow, Lash Legend's neutralized the disadvantage. She's class. You can cheer her one day, that sort of thing. Yeah. So she's in that spot that you can use her for.
But really, we're only here for the biggest match, arguably of Survivor Series weekend, and that is a traditional. We're all about tradition here at WhatCulture.
Exactly.
A traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Babyface team, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rey Fenix, and the Motor City Machine Guns. Which one is it? That one. Versus the MFTs. I'm talking Solo Sikoa, JC Mateo, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Taller Tonga. Pitching a shot out?
Yeah, probably just straight up squash ski. Don't want to knock that over. I can't wait for this. I cannot wait for this.
I would normally just be like, oh, what's the point of watching SmackDown? It'll be like, I'll know who gets the advantage, and relatively predictable last time is now tournament matches.
Bum, 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 bum. Out they'll come with a class entrance. Bum, 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 bum. Taking it all. Bum, 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 etc. Looks class. And JC Mateo's there.
Is Solo putting the face paint on for the first time?
Oh my God, I didn't even consider that.
I'm going to press that button because I want to get us demonetized.
Oh my God.
That'd be so cool. He's got his own new design.
Yeah.
Love it. I think they'll win. The MFTs, our boys. And at this point, I feel like the boys of everybody that consumes the SmackDown coverage that we do here at WhatCulture.
Yeah.
Because I think what we've tried to do with the MFTs is when they were in, let's say, their doldrum era, we were trying to explain why, there was value to Solo, at least. He kind of embraced the banter and that kind of changed the narrative. Remember it sounds archaic now, but the new bloodline.
Yeah.
And then he lost to Roman and it was very much like, that character is completely out of purpose. And then the first version of the MFTs proved that to be true. That character is completely out of purpose. But he never totally dropped the banter. And it was there for, the original version of the group was there kind of for Jacob Fatu to steamroll through. Jacob Fatu did steamroll through it. And then Solo sort of ended up with the United States title anyway.
Yeah.
And then put over Sami Zayn, and we said, look, that's probably it for all of this. But we got there in the end, didn't we, gang? You know, Sammy's the US champion. All the goodies have got their vengeance. Roman Reigns has long moved on. We're sort of fine there. And then these little rebuilding vignettes he did where he kind of puts them all back together. You're like, I don't mind that. I don't like the one by one. I don't mind that. They're giving him a proper go this time. And Solo has never kind of he'd never looked sillier trying to be serious. And I was like, was actually the missing ingredient all along. And now they've entered this like perfect space where they can simultaneously be the daftest group of bully arseholes and then an actual serious going heel concern, because we enjoy the backstage segments a great deal. Solo Sikoa's promo game is tremendous, and I would argue underrated.
I agree.
Honestly, in terms of his performance and his delivery method. But the single biggest thing, and I've hit this over the head so much so that our listeners and viewers, I apologize, will be bored by this take, is that a mid-card on SmackDown in dire, desperate, stricken need for direction and focus was given it in the form of the MFTs. They came into our life straight from above, started being assholes, and I fell in love. Because all of a sudden, Sami Zayn, top babyface, can be slotted into any program, pretty much anywhere up and down the card. We're talking about this like fairly lightweight, but a lot of fun Survivor Series match, and probably both fantasy booking to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sami's the last one eliminated in this match. That's where we were going.
That's the super malleability of a Sami Zayn. But like we've talked at length about the kind of the fake tag division that is the SmackDown tag division, which the Guns have really drowned in ultimately. Nakamura was like a heel doing nothing last year, disappeared off the face of the earth, just kind of randomly came back as a babyface. Who's the fifth? I've forgotten the fifth.
Who you said? Phoenix?
Oh, Ray Phoenix. Like one of WWE's like sort of poorly formed balls of 2025, realistically. All of a sudden, you're like, you Nakamura, all right, actually, like as a tag team, because they all want to kick the MFT's ass. You've got Tola Tonga, and I'm going to say this again in a complimentary fashion, in the Great Khali role, where he don't do much, but when he hits you, as long as you sell it like you've been hit by a truck, people will buy it.
If he's getting eliminated, it's 100% by count out, isn't it?
Count out, entire stack of the team on top of him for the big dog pile pinfall, something like that. Like they'll go to lengths to try and do that. And I'm not sure he is getting eliminated. I'm wondering if Solo surfs the apron for the bulk of the match and lets a lot of the team take the fall. Like, Because check out Solo's acting in this one, gang, because you won't have noticed, like you won't have known this when they were taping it, but that man's got to stay fresh for the John Cena Time Is Now tournament.
Oh, yeah.
So all of a sudden the commentary will presumably have to be dubbed in a little bit to be like, maybe Solo's resting up when he's just skiving on the apron.
Of course, a tough victory for Solo Sikoa on Monday.
I'm leaving WWE.
I didn't even think of that aspect.
I'm going to have to work with that. And
Of course, he must be very Ray Phoenix there. Of course, got a lot of history with Penta, who of course lost to Solo on Monday.
But you're right. Like, imagine, right? You would have seen this, but like Phoenix on occasion does this move where he like runs across the top rope.
What?
With a kick, right? Imagine if he does that and they can like edit in something like get a bit of revenge there for his brother who was injured on Raw. Or whatever, I don't know.
An homage there to Penta, who was defeated by Solo Sikoa. I didn't think of all this.
So they've got that to do. That'll be fun. But also,
what we used to do in WCPW is not even, just in case, not even hint at it. Oh, yeah. So it'd be like, we all know what happened last week. I don't know.
Probably.
Just didn't even show up to the show.
That's it, yeah. Somebody missed his mega bus. No. Also, so I think the MFTs win is why. I think they're
I actually think the baby faces win.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I can see arguments. I'm genuinely going into this.
Like Sammy is the sole survivor. He's kind of like,
exactly.
He's the one that got the people together, and he's the one that's going to.
But on the flip side, I can also see like Solo being the last one, or Solo and Tola being the last one, because that actually feeds quite nicely into the Rumble, where you might have a moment where it's like Solo, Tama, and Tola, and they're kind of running the show here, and then Sammy comes out and it's like, well, I want to get revenge for what happened at Survivor Series weekend.
Well, I think Tola gets counted out, and I think the sole survivors are Solo Survivor, and Tama Tonga, because the various fronts with which the MFTs were like relaunched in were to take revenge on Sami Zayn, which by virtue of the victory here, they'll have done that. Like Solo can say, one of the jobs done. one of the other ones was to reclaim the United States title, and Tamma's been and Ilya Dragunov in the background. So you keep him strong and you have him sort of get this win. And Solo's like, see, my guy's ready. Ilya, stop ducking, my man. Now, the one bit the MFTs weren't ready for was the creeping spectre of the Wyatts.
I forgot about
So once they're done with, like, you can't, I don't think you
Are they
can,
the tag champs still?
yeah, who cares? That's it. Like, you cannot, like, I don't think anyway, you can't smoothly transition the MFTs out of this match into the Wyatts with like a defeat.
Yes. Yeah,
But
that's a good point.
If you want them to feud with the Wyatts and potentially even win the tag belts, you want that momentum, don't you? What?
I was like, when did they actually last time a match? Oh, 10th of October. Okay. The title defense on the where it all began.
The Perth SmackDown.
Perth.
That was where this
SmackDown.
that's where this Man United haircut era of SmackDown began, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we're calling it.
You see people start turning on that poor bastard like nobody cares.
I called this. Remember that
You
week
did
that did they
say.
draw? And it would have put him on 4
Yeah.
or whatever it was. And I was like, I'm telling you, man, there's a sweet spot to this. And
He's got to get out whilst...
yeah, I understand this idea of like, oh, you might get like there's going to be some advertising company that's like going to pay him some easy money or whatever. But the public at large will really lose their patience. And that dickhead in the Man United away game that time that went for him, totally not on.
No.
But there will be a growing frustration amongst Man United.
People start blaming him.
Yeah, they won't act on it. They'll just be thinking, God, yeah, this guy's really trivialized our serious situation of not being able to get like 5 wins or whatever, and he's going to wear the scars of that, you know.
God.
Like that was a right time. It's a wrestling thing. It was like you kind of he's the top baby face of the territory, but you got to strap him up now because if you don't,
It's the Shield split. Do it before people are ready for it.
and fans back winners 5 wins in a row,
Should they do this with a wrestler? Like, I'm not going to cut my hair until I win 5 matches in a row.
and then he just keeps. Do you know what they should do it with? They should do it with Ciampa's beard. So like, he just gets bigger because he hasn't grown it out for a while, has he? So it just gets that like NXT size, and he's like, no, his hair. Remember when he had Old Man Ciampa? And he,
Old Man Ciampa hair.
yeah, and he's not allowed to get rid of it, but it's just it's out here.
It's like he's on 4 wins, and Dragunov's like, right, now's the time.
Yeah, roll up 1, 2, 3. He's got the Professor Wheato size. It looks like Fraser in Cheers. Yeah, so I think that's why I think the MFTs win, because I think, you know, like the
I'm
Wyatts.
genuinely looking forward to this.
I can't
I'm
wait.
genuinely going to avoid all
We're not
spoilers.
taking a piss or anything.
Nah.
I'm just excited to see this.
Getting the Christmas stuff out this weekend. Getting the Christmas stuff out of the loft because it's.
Oh, yeah.
So I might have to do the old. Oh God, that's really dangerous. Actually, I might have to do the old Saturday night watch when they've gone to bed, and you know what that means is I'll be like, oh, just 3 more hours and the actual Survivor Series starts. I guess I could stay up. My son has football at like 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Me and the kids will be watching this tomorrow morning. It's nice because I get to show them a glimpse of what their dad's Survivor Series was. And then we get the new one and they get to look at their first WarGames. General gathered in the races.
Dad, haven't we had 3 cage matches this month already? Just shut up.
We sure have. Nah, don't worry, they weren't ass popping. So,
I mean, to be fair, as a responsible parent of, how old are they again?
10 and 12.
Yeah.
So we're kind of on the line. Like I was 12 when you had Austin Brett and the blood. The one time that my mum said, should you be watching that? Ever. Not Jake setting the Cobra on Randy Savage when I was 6.
Jesus Christ.
Not Sean and Marty in the barbershop when I was the same age or anything like that. Not even on my, what would have been, I don't know, 15th birthday or something, when it was like the height of the Attitude Era, let's say, and there's bulbs everywhere. No. 1998, when she walks through and my dad has insisted we like, play that again. And we must have played it 20, 30 times alongside WWE's reruns of Undertaker throwing Mankind off the Hell in a Cell at King of the Ring. Like, and my mother, then a nurse, looks upon this and goes like, what's that? But she basically Bret Harted it. Well, he's not worked that, has he? You know, like, how's he not getting injured there? I was like, well, I don't have an answer for you, man, but like, look at the fall. Like, and then she went, how do you learn to fall off a 20-foot ladder? I was like, well, it's not a ladder, it's a cell. But good quote, give that to Jim Ross. Like, no, she safety policed that moment.
I mean, I'm not surprised he's so close to hitting the barrier.
It's nuts. Like
this isn't just, I get it now, crash pads. It still sucks.
Yeah.
Even nowadays.
Shane McMahon gets like the little mattressy ending with the table, doesn't he? But
Yeah.
nope, not McFoley.
And they almost botch it with the camera because they're like, get out of the way. Imagine they just missed it. I mean, they got like 20 different angles. Yeah, but he's so close.
So yes, not quite that with the kids tomorrow, but you understand why the MFTs is pretty close to Mick Foley getting thrown off.
And Brian, there you have it. Bret Hart in a penny and a wig. Mrs. Hartflett.
Speaking of Brian very kindly, over the years, you'll know, our SmackDown Photoshop correspondent.
Indeed.
Has very kindly contributed very much to the lore of this universe, this blue brand universe, this blue universe we have created. And kindly got in touch with me this week. Cameo, Michael Hamflett, or hamflettx@gmail.com. I'm trying very hard to stay off Twitter. It got increasingly difficult with something. I can't remember what it was. But I genuinely went to X, muscle memory, and then I was logged out of it. And I was like,
I think I keep sending you stuff.
Maybe that's it. And luckily that'll load up as an individual tweet. So it's basically like somebody sending you a link to a video. Anyway, very kindly thought about our potential problem with SmackDown being taped, not realizing that we're kind of we're 2 steps ahead. We'll just throw in the Survivor Series on. So give us some Thanksgiving-related ideas. Should we run through them quickly?
Yeah.
So he said, right, build your own Thanksgiving Day plate, brackets traditional foods. So based on what we know, the limited knowledge we have about Thanksgiving, what would you put on your Thanksgiving plate? Because I'm going like turkey all day, like loads of it. Can I have...
I've got to differ this from my Christmas plate, haven't I? Because Christmas we have...
I guess so.
Thanksgiving.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to put these two together because he said, and if you hosted a Thanksgiving, what would you serve? Brackets, any food you want. So the traditional plate would, I guess, have to be your turkey, your yams.
Do they have, what's collard greens? I'm always intrigued by collard greens.
Is it like just green veg? Or is it something else?
Hang on, here we go.
What's on a traditional Thanksgiving? Go down the list and I'll say yes or no.
I'm trying to find, I've written... Thanksgiving traditional food. Mashed potatoes. I'm loading the plate with mashed potatoes.
All right.
Stuffing. Don't hurt me. Not a fan.
Oh, really?
Not a fan.
I like stuffing. It's not a necessity on the plate, but I'd choose it. If we're talking choices, I'd choose it.
Sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese. That's on there.
See, that's weird because we do not put that on a roast over here.
God, no.
But it's great.
It's like a little bonus.
Yeah.
I also really like the I don't know what the Cobb's buns, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, yeah.
They're like...
Those rolls.
They look a little bit brioche. I hope they're not, to be honest.
Brioche is a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Why is it? When you see like on TV when they're like, don't fill up on bread, and they've been given free bread, but it's like a baguette.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not breadsticks like our crummy little crispy business. Like,
what's the rules, by the way, on the meat on the Thanksgiving thing? How fast can I put that in the bread, or do I have to have like a bit of turkey? Just because I was saying this before we started recording. Christmas dinner's better in bread.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Not like the sandwiches you buy from the shops. I mean, like, that beef, turkey, pork, whatever.
A few spuds.
It's been cooked. It's cooled. How much butter would you like? Yes, please.
Yeah. Some like posh ones rather than getting the supermarket own brand. Those like McCain's skin on oven chips.
Yeah.
Just bung a load of those in and have leftover sandwiches.
A recipe. I want creamed spinach. Dinner rolls. Dinner
rolls. Yes. Dinner roll. Cream spinach. I'm right slap bang in the middle on cream spinach.
65 traditional dishes. This is from delish.com. You need for the ultimate Thanksgiving menu. Green bean casserole.
I'll give it a go.
By sauteing mushrooms with sliced onion. Wait a second. You might have...
Was that in the green bean casserole?
Apparently, yeah.
Can't be asked for mushrooms. Cannot be asked. They're fine, but like...
I don't think I've ever had pumpkin pie.
Me neither. Hang on, I have. No, I've had pumpkin pie pancakes. So you can hate the alliteration because my wife and I were... you remember the famous Ms. Wins the Belt honeymoon? That also fell over Thanksgiving. And we went to an IHOP, which was virtually deserted, but they have Thanksgiving offers on. And it was one of the best days of my life. I was giving thanks every goddamn bite.
Here, check this out. Cranberry brie pull-apart bread.
Nope.
I knew you wouldn't like that.
Not for me.
Roast potatoes, obviously.
Yep. Absolutely, day one.
Like, keep them on the plate, and it's like, oh no, plate's gone cold. Cold roast potatoes are goated as well. Sweet potato casserole.
I like.
Thanksgiving potato skins. Hello.
Yeah, why not?
I think I'd rather have sweet potato mash.
Yeah,
if I have to have sweet potatoes.
That sort of like meshes all the different sweet potato
like
options
Anne-Louise,
together.
I mean, to be fair, Anne-Louise makes it with normal potatoes and sweet potatoes, and it doesn't really matter because she just chucks a load of cheese in there.
Oh, nice, yeah.
It's probably terrible for you.
Cheese in the sweet potato mash?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I've never tried that.
I feel like maybe we gave it to you, but then that would have been a bit of stodge before the Great North Run, so maybe not. Maybe we just added like a big old bit of pasta.
Cheesy sweet potato mash, I never thought about.
Pecan pie. I think I'd rather go pecan than pumpkin. Ping pie, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Sweet potato crescent bites.
Yeah, why not?
Cornbread stuffing. Now that does intrigue me. Roasted turkey leg. Yes, please.
Yeah. Did we have cornbread in America once? Did we? I feel like we...
You had grits.
I had grits.
Caramelized Brussels sprouts. Throw it away. Burn the dish. Never show me this again. Brussels sprouts.
Sprouts. Oh, Wilbourn sprouts.
Brussels sprouts are the devil's food.
I love Wilbourn sprouts. I like sprouts.
I hate them. Even my mate James, who's a really good cook, who's like, I'll cook it with bacon. I'll just eat the bacon then, thanks.
Funny when Americans say it as well. Brussels sprouts.
Thanksgiving jungle juice.
Excuse you? Like a punt.
2 bottles of red wine, whiskey, Fireball. Let's go!
Yeah.
Love a bit of Fireball. Should we have some Fireball in Vegas next year?
Is that got red wine in it?
What, Fireball?
Yeah.
No.
Good. Then yes.
Fireball, I think they're the atomic, isn't it? But it's that. It's like, that's how you convince the kid to be like, maybe I like alcohol.
I've had some red wine at the weekend for what must have been the first time in about 25 years, and I was horrible off it the next day.
I'm really messy. Like, future me hates me for it, but
I don't
red wine drunk at Christmas.
I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the texture of it. I don't like the experience of it, but it was there and it was free, so I had to drink it.
Good, yeah.
I don't like it.
Thanksgiving cauliflower. You've just put Thanksgiving in front of a vegetable there.
Still eat it.
Cranberry bacon green beans.
Nah, just give me straight up green beans.
Yeah, I think cranberries.
Cranberry.
Yeah,
don't like cranberry. Sorry, everybody.
Genuinely, I think I prefer cranberry juice more than anything.
I'm grateful that Greg's...
By the way, not than apple juice. I mean, in terms of the cranberry ratings, Jesus Christ.
I'm grateful that Greg's don't do a cranberry-less festive bake, because in every other respect, I think I'd probably have about 3 of them a day. But the cranberry in makes it 0.
Scallop potatoes.
What's a scallop?
You've hit a topic that Adam Wilbourn loves to talk about. Scallop, escallop.
All different things.
Too complicated? Why have we used words so similar to each other? They're the creamy potatoes. They are goated, to be fair.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, have them.
We have a lot of potatoes. Mash, which is basically potatoes and a bit of turkey.
This is both our questions together, because this is what we're serving as well as what we pick.
Onion soup, mixed roast potatoes. What?
Why not? I like all the words individually, so why not?
I think you and I are going to agree on this one. It's going to be like the Predator handshake. Sounds nice, but cranberry walnut cheese log.
Nah.
Keep it away, thank you. Sweet potato salad, I think we've had enough.
No, it's done like a salad bit.
Pear salad.
Nah, salad.
You punch someone in the face and they offer you that.
Don't like a pear either, actually. Don't like pears are crap.
Creamed. Brussels sprouts, get away from me.
Yeah,
Brussels sprout salad. Stop it.
Salad, no.
Stuffed mushrooms.
Nah, can't be arsed.
Like stuffed peppers.
I know stuffed mushrooms and stuffed peppers and their ilk to be the kind of the serving to the disappointed vegetarian at the table. That's what I know those things to be. It's like, could I have something that's like a nice alternative to what all you guys are eating? Nah, like we've just stuffed, eat this, eat your crap.
Garlic mushrooms I'll have loads of them.
I like mushrooms. I like mushrooms cooked in stuff, but otherwise they're just like those tablet erasers you used to get from Smith's.
Garlic parmesan roasted carrots.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. Can I just have garlic carrots? I'm not really a huge fan of parmesan.
I like veg.
Smashed potatoes. Presumably you make roast potatoes and drop the tray on the way to the table.
Oh, you them.
Vegetarian gravy. It's just gravy, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Just not made from the meat.
I like the look of gravy on a Thanksgiving dinner because it's really like translucent, isn't it? It's just, It looks like the guns from Get Your Own Back.
What else we got? Corn casserole.
Yeah,
I'll chuck some corn on there.
Is that sweet corn?
Yeah.
Or do they have a different kind of corn?
It looks like sweet corn for me. Milk could be used to substitute the heavy cream. Now you're talking our language. Heavy cream.
Heavy cream, please.
Caramelized onion and goat cheese bites. I'll just eat too many of them before the meal starts.
Don't need them. Waste of time.
Sweet potato casserole with marshmallows. Now, what are you doing?
I want it on I don't know if I want it on the same plate, but I want it on the table.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Thanksgiving rolls.
Yeah.
It turns out you can have rolls not just for Thanksgiving dinner, but any time of the year. Hot take there from delish.com.
I'm going to cut in here, by the way, because it's a Thanksgiving tradition, obviously, in America. And he's offered us American football tangent.
My Colts didn't play on Thanksgiving.
And I don't watch.
I think they're playing this weekend against like an 8-7 team.
Timberwolves ran the OKC Thunder painfully close in the regular season basketball that I am trying so hard to keep up with, but there's a lot of games.
Houston Texans are at home against the Houston Texans.
That's winnable, probably.
Yeah, should win that, I think. I don't know. We're at home.
While we're on food, he's also asked, if SmackDown wrestlers were food, who would be what? Based on the traditional Thanksgiving offerings, who's the turkey of the SmackDown table?
Cody? QB?
Yeah. Completely naked out there, like the turkey itself. Yeah. Legs akimbo, bolloco. In fact, remember the naked thumbnail where it's just him with the belt that Nicholas made? That's like the turkey in the middle of the table, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Do you think the roast potatoes is Sami Zayn? Like, any normal person can admit probably one of the best things there.
Yeah.
But contrarians have to be like, I don't really like that potato. I kind of prefer a different potato. If anything, I think it's too popular, that potato. And it gets eaten too much.
Like,
and it's really never had its day in the sun, roast potatoes.
Yes, they're often overlooked, aren't they, for other ones, and they shouldn't be because they were there all along.
Yeah.
You were there the whole time. MFTs are pecan pie all day. Like they're that like sweet treat, and you go, what's all that in there? It's like it's Tonga, that's what it is, mate. Like, it's got like a nice sort of vibrant look to it, like the new entrance that they've got. They're the MFTs. What was there was something you said before that we both went, nah. It was one of the weirder sounding creamy salad or something.
Yeah, hang on.
What was it?
It wasn't the cranberry pull apart brie, was it?
That might do if we can't find the other one.
Cornbread stuffing, was that what we said?
No. Anyway, there was one of those like things where it's like, why are you putting
mashed potato casserole?
Mashed potato casserole is the SmackDown tag division because it's like pretty bland and beige and not much is really going on. Yeah. But like they'll tell you if somebody says, God, you've got to try this mashed potato casserole. They'll be like, you've got to see this tag division. There's so many cool matches. So I prefer the roasties, thanks.
I like mac and cheese being Charlotte Flair.
Yes. Because it's like, what are you doing here? But please stay.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Those dinner rolls
we
couldn't remember the name of is the SmackDown GM. A vital ingredient that we definitely agree on. Sometimes better on Raw than on SmackDown.
With everything, yeah.
Just can't remember. We can't remember the name, could we? We couldn't remember the name. Weirdest absolute crap that kind of doesn't belong on that table or any table. I'll probably say the Wyatts for me.
Pear salad.
Pear salad. Tick. Last but not least, this is interesting. Bit of British tangent.
I'll say sweet potato casserole with marshmallows is Jade Cargill, right? Because it's like, okay, I get it. It's a women wrestler. Right, okay. Jesus, what have you added to her? She's just a beast, basically.
The marshmallows, you bite in, you get a marshmallow, and the marshmallow looks at you. It's got a little face in the mouth and it goes, I'm that bitch. With no Thanksgiving Day barrier, it's an interesting way to look at it.
Okay.
Does Christmas
Candied
start
yams.
Candied yams, I would try them. Does Christmas start right after Halloween for you guys?
No. Yes and no.
It does, I think, doesn't it?
I mean,
it starts me never. I try and avoid the whole thing.
It depends what you mean by us. If you ask in the supermarket, it starts generally around the time the 6 weeks holiday ends.
It starts when Tony Khan puts his tree up in like July or whenever it is.
Me personally, I have a sort of unwritten rule. And I bent it a little bit this year because I've got a 2-year-old and I'm kind of like, I think this is the most I've been excited for Christmas. More than when he was born.
Okay.
Because it's just giving a blob some wrapping paper.
Yeah,
at that
Christmas
point,
for a baby's an absolute joke.
This is his first Christmas, in my opinion. For me personally. Even last year, he was just sort of like, what's going on? Right, it's all a bit much this. Can I go and have a nap? This year, he's like, I get Santa, I get reindeer, I get saying things like monster truck every second.
Yeah.
So Santa knows what we want to get. And we're more excited than even previous years in terms of like, oh my God, we can get him that and give him on Christmas Day and then he can dress in it and he can, oh my God. So whilst I will say I have started doing elements of Christmas stuff and I'm doing the Christmas decorations still technically in November, I personally like to keep a hold on it until the 1st of December. I have mince pies on my desk and you'll have noticed I bought them in a lot of excitement, but I wouldn't feel right even like with less than a month to go till Christmas. Monday, they're getting cracked open. No one else is having any, by the way. I'm not sharing them. There's 6 of them. That'll carry me through until the Christmas party or the day after the Christmas party.
Oh, my God.
But not for me, Jeff.
It's
just a weird limbo.
As a nation, it is definitely Halloween is the last barrier. Barrier is the word for me, especially. It is the last barrier. You see people who like to decorate their house will subsequently, because it's not so much about, I guess for some people it will be about which... I'll use your terminology, holiday you prefer. But here in the UK, I would suggest a lot of people who just simply like to decorate. So there'll be some people that are just Halloween people or just Christmassy people. But I think a lot of the external house decoration you see, because they just, as an occasion, they like to dress the house up for it or whatever. So I think Halloween is the last barrier, because I think a lot of people Halloween up the house, and then as soon as that's gone, there's a good chance they'll get the lights up and the tree up and the whatever up. Because I have seen in like near where we live, like a lot of Christmas stuff already going up, and I'll level with you, I don't care. I wouldn't, if I lived alone, like we'd discuss this annually, I wouldn't even celebrate it.
Would you buy one? I think I'd buy one of those pre-decorated, pre-lit, so like the lights are built into it, trees. I think I'd maybe drop like 15 quid on that and be like,
I am telling you, with my chest forward, because I cannot swear on my children's lives in this scenario in which they don't exist. So with all my truth, I'm telling you, I would not do a single thing, right? Like I would avoid, if I could, even leave. I would go somewhere where it felt like I was obligated to for somebody else thinking I needed to. Christmas Day would come along and they'd be like, he's on his own, isn't he? Hamflett, should we get him round? And then because I'm a bit of a people pleaser, I would wish not to offend, and I would thus go to that Christmas Day.
You'd be counting down the minutes till you can leave.
Like all of it exists for other people and not for me. And that's fine, by the way. The older I've got, the more I've become comfortable with that. But like, I think from the moment I became an adult who had lived away, so I was 18 when I left home. And then like I would go home for Christmas and stuff, but ultimately I kind of knew as soon as I was out. And something happened. I was just like, this is a big waste of time, isn't it? Big waste of time, money. Like, people are going to buy me tasks, and I've already had to have a task, so I've had to get them something in the first place. Can I opt out? And then when somebody goes, no, that makes you more frustrated, because but I've figured out the game, like, and I'm the only one that knows how to play seemingly, and I went a bit mental for a few years there, had some real problems, and then kids came along and they tell you, oh God, nothing like the magic of Christmas, and I did kind of a nastier version of what you've described, which is just resented when it wasn't, in fact, anything they gave a toss about, and it was just wrapping paper, and it was just like, they're still crying. Like,
yeah, we spent most of Christmas Day evening opening presents that weren't for any of us. He was upstairs asleep.
Yeah, of course. He's a baby. It's ridiculous. It's preposterous.
You might as well not. If you've got a kid under the age of 18 months, don't bother.
Don't buy into it. Total bollocks, man. Total bollocks. Don't do anything with them, actually. Like, they don't care. Feed them, clothe them, nurture them, let them know they're loved. The rest of it's total bollocks. Don't waste the money, ever. Like, there's baby shops that want to sell you on this stuff now. Like, go to your friends and ask them, and they'll tell you the truth.
Maybe buy them My First Christmas Baby Grow. Take one picture, and then that's
it. And the fight they will give you over that baby grow, when you put them in 20 different baby grows a day, and they're just like, no bother. And then the second you want to get them in the one that you've got to take the picture for grandparents, you will not believe the hassle that they give you. It's like they know. They're trying to opt out early doors.
I've shown you the picture I have now from his first Halloween. So he's 2.5 months old.
Yeah.
And like Anne-Louise has seen the thing on, because it's targeted, obviously, of like, you know what's the best thing to do when your kid's that age? Sit him in a pumpkin, looks cute, cut some holes out, put their legs through it. Yeah, it turns out baby doesn't like sitting in a cold, wet fruit or vegetable, whatever it is. So I've just got a picture of a baby who's just finished crying. We finally forced his feet through into the pumpkin. And it's just like, that's nice, isn't it? Not really. All my memories associated with it are kind of like...
stressful.
Yeah. I don't look at that and go, no.
I get relieved that there's not something all the time. Like what we just talked about there. Oh, it's March. pear month, and you got to put your kid in a pear outfit, and we all eat pears. Like to me, Christmas is that.
It's like we've got the digital photo frame by the door, and it occasionally goes to like the photo shoots that Eloise won, and then we had to pay £600 for or whatever it was. And like, there's a really nice one of him, and he's just laying, and I think it's black and white or whatever. My memory of that immediately when I see it was 2 seconds after that photo was taken, he pissed all over that rug. So it's not cute.
It's that. It's drenched in piss. The memory is drenched in piss like the rug was.
And another one we had to, like, it was like, oh, make sure he's nice and tired so when he comes to me, he falls asleep. So just won't go to sleep. You sleep all the time. We'll drive around in the car, you fall asleep. Stay at home, you fall asleep. The one time we just go to sleep, or just shut your eyes for these photos. It was just like an hour of just like, I'll pay for his photo shoot. I'm going to get some photos out.
We'll wrap this. Thank you, Brian.
We'll get to Survivor Series in a second, 40 minutes in. Sorry.
Because there was no SmackDown to discuss, really. But the last thing I'll say on Christmas for now, before inevitably the subject comes back up again, I was thinking a bit more about our discussion about advent calendars. I don't want to spend another December where people think I'm the poo-poo police, where I just poo-poo people's nice times, right? Because I will say, and I'd like to think you'd back me up on this, despite my distaste for Christmas, I'm never the sort of person that likes to ruin other people's
No.
Everybody can have the exact type, like love or hate any bit of Christmas, or for that matter, any holiday. And it's all for the card shops, if you ask me. But do whatever. And that's the point, really. I don't feel like I'm really permitted to do whatever over the Christmas month in particular. You asked me about the advent calendar, and I explained how the task of it is kind of what puts me off. Mm-hmm. And then, literally that day, we took the kids swimming. And then, so what happened this week at least, is that I took them in swimming, and my wife had to go and do a quick Asda run, get some bits. So I sat and watched them swim because we can't look at our phones. And then she came and picked us all up. And in the car, she was like, should we tell Dad what we planned for him as a little surprise? And I was like, we had a surprise. It's pretty cool. Got me an advent calendar because, as I explained, my broad distaste of all of this means that, like, her grandparents historically have always bought her one, then the kids come along and they buy her one, like nice ones, and they're like, oh, Mike doesn't like that, does it? We're not getting one. But my wife, lovingly with the kids, has kind of collaborated, and they bought me like a nice Reese's one.
I thought
nice Reese's peanut butter cup every year, the whole deal. And like, I'll enjoy that every morning, right? I will. But it's a bit like, I'll probably miss 4 or 5 days. It's like, I'll open them doors now. And like, on my dinner today, my wife's out tonight, so I'm going to get in, give the kids the tea. Weather's gone a bit crap, so we'll be out playing football in the garden. It's a bit dark. We get some FIFA on, do whatever. Maybe even a film or something on Netflix. And then off they'll go to bed. And I got something just a little bit for me. From Poundland on dinner. Just got a pack, just a full ass pack of digestives, straight in the coat pocket. I paid for them.
Shoplifted.
Straight in the like a quid. For like, I reckon there's probably about 30 in there. A lot of them are getting smashed. Like, there is...
What, a single cup of tea or spreading it over 2?
Probably 2. No, a giant mug. Giant friend-size mug with a nipple on it, that kind of deal.
Doesn't matter if it's cold at that point.
No, I'm just... It
could be a cup of water.
My tongue is like it's been covered in wax, like the episode of The Simpsons. It's just got so much biscuit residue on it. It can no longer absorb flavour. I'm eating simply to gorge, right? And there is not a
single... Is that your tea? You having tea before that?
No, that's my tea.
Okay.
Like, so I'll just open the packet of biscuits and I'll go, oh man, I'm into it. Like, and they'll just like flop out in the way that digestives do. And I'll sit there watching something on the telly or whatever, a bit of a dunk. Like do a 3, do a 4, see how many.
I've never done 2, let alone 3.
Many you can get in, whatever. And then, like, at that point, like, I'm half the pack through, but I've purposely opened it down the middle all the way, like a sharing pack of crisps in a pub.
Yeah,
because I'm finishing that.
Well, you can't wrap it up now; it'll go dry out.
Exactly. That's what. That's
cling. Michael home early. Oh God! Don't go in like this.
Yeah, and that to me is like an advent calendar, but all for a Friday. That's why fundamentally I like that. To me, is better than say waiting.
That's a dadvent calendar.
That's a dadvent calendar. That's good stuff as well. Like, I don't want to wait for my life to be over. I don't want to wait 25 days to like eat a thing I like.
Imagine buying a packet of digestives and just writing a number on each one. Digestive 3.
But like, Sidge interests me. Because he talks about food so lovingly. You know, the work he goes to prepare. It really impresses me. I'm going to try and make my first ever chili con carne on Sunday. It's the continued adventures of me in the kitchen. Never made one before. I don't fully know what goes in it. I've just found a recipe. So I need to buy the ingredients, the whole deal. It seems like a ball ache. I'll probably change my mind. But like, but he talks so lovely about food, right, in such a way that I don't really know how Christmas Day is interesting, because when you live like I do, certainly the choices I can make when I'm not having to be an adult father in a family of 4. If it was just me, I could sort of see the appeal of Christmas Day, because there is no way in hell me on my own would be cooking a roast dinner for myself. Not a chance. So if somebody's cooking me one on Christmas Day, I'm like, wow, this is cool, this is special. But the stuff Sish describes, that's a Sunday.
Yeah.
Is Christmas Day not a bit of a come down? Like, I don't know, gang. I'm just living my life, just trying to do my best. Ergo, Christmas kind of. I do put Christmas barrier stuff, and then we'll get on to Survivor Series. I can
say it's been 45 minutes.
Sorry. I do put a selected playlist of Christmas songs that I like on. I had them on last week towards the end of November, because I can feel the dread coming. It's like, oh God, it's happening. It is, we are too close for me to escape it now. It is happening.
See, I'm the opposite. I want to open that present.
I'll have had some chat with like Adele about the kids' presents or something, and I'll be like, oh God, it is happening. Or I'll see the little counter that they put outside Asda or something. I've got to write, what's it, where you stare directly at the sun or you run into the storm, whatever. That's what I'm doing. It's like, I'm going to Christmas myself right now. So one commute to work will be just Christmas songs.
Jonah Louis.
And then it's like, right, I've done it. That is me. That is my body accepting that Christmas is coming and there's nothing I can do about it. And soon it will be January. Soon it will be my Christmas, the Rumble to WrestleMania season.
Yes. Well, speaking of which.
And where do we set that up, Adam?
Well, I was going to say this because there was talk literally today in the news about how the conclusion of this show, which we'll get to in the end, may well give a clue as to what could be happening at WrestleMania in the main event. Dave Meltzer speculated, but what does he know? So before we get to that, he's just guessing like the rest of us, like right now, let's be honest.
Yeah,
he literally said, my guess is CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Well, my guess is CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, because that's what I want to happen, Dave. But we'll save it to the end, because I assume you think the men's match main events?
Yeah, probably.
They've put more into, haven't they? So let's start with the women's WarGames match. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, AJ Lee on the babyface team versus Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Kabuki Warriors, that's Asuka and Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch.
I cannot see a way in which the heels win this match.
Me too.
I don't think you beat any AJ Lee related team or beat her in a single set. I think it'd be a bad time in the story to beat AJ Lee when she's only had the one match, which is fine, but like the character sort of the foundational detail of the character right now is that even though she's been away, she carries like an almost mythical threat. It's not even necessarily about the disputed quality of her punches, shall we say, or anything really. It's a bit like when she came back, Becky Lynch believing that she could just manhandle CM Punk was offset by the mere presence of AJ Lee, and Becky Lynch sold that magnificently. It's very much like Triple H selling for Mick Foley pulling off the shirt to reveal the character's t-shirt. Nothing has changed, but everything's changed. That's sort of the AJ Lee story, isn't it? She's been in a couple of brawls. She's had one but otherwise it's more predicated in this idea of like the Undertaker and Andre the Giant of the women's division rolled into one. A kind of unstoppable force, the power of the people and the people she galvanized and the wrestlers she inspired is something even bigger in its mythology than that of the man, of that of Big Time Bex. And is that what threatens her? Like Becky Lynch out-wrestles all of these people and she wins these matches in all these intricate ways and she can even cheat a little bit. She's got it all. Total package as like a women's Intercontinental champion. And then all of a sudden, like AJ Lee has exposed the weakness in her she didn't even know she had. So much so that she's lost the Intercontinental title. Like AJ Lee has done damage. Yeah. Like a tornado blowing into town in Becky Lynch's world. So you don't beat that, I don't think.
No.
There is a time and a place, but it is not now. You've either got a massive TV singles match. It's obviously not going to be at Saturday night's main event now because that undercard is going to be an undercard in the strictest definition, isn't it? It's going to be NXT versus WWE. Cena and Gunther in probably a main that gives the rest of the hour.
Hope so.
Says goodbye. So you've either got a massive TV special type singles match between Becky and AJ, or you are being bold enough to try and get it to Mania and you have them have their standoff in the Rumble. I don't know, but like the big singles match is down the line. So AJ winning this on top of the fact that her and Punk won the mixed tag is like the next, for me, logical step of Becky Lynch's sort of descent into further madness and panic and what do I do? Maybe AJ getting eliminated from the Royal Rumble is the defeat.
Yeah.
That's the thing her character can suffer, because there's nothing wrong in AJ Lee saying, yeah, I've been annoying Becky Lynch, but that's sort of her problem. I'd like to go back to WrestleMania, thanks. I'd like to win the world title. And then Becky Lynch takes that away from her.
I think it's harder to pick the loser in this match than in the men's WarGames match, i.e. the person who eats the pinfall or the submission or whatever, right? Because, I agree. I think their babyfaces win this one, obviously. I think it's going to be a 50-50 split, to be perfectly honest, with regards to how these WarGames matches go. Then you look across, and I'm like, right, well, Becky's not losing. She's not been the reason that they've lost this match. She's only just lost the IC title. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, well, Lash Legend you don't beat. She's just got here. Yep. But then I also thought maybe you don't beat Nia either, because they could be the team, let's say, that carries the tag titles into WrestleMania, for example. You've only just established them. Good sort of time of year for that sort of thing. I don't think the Kabuki Warriors carry it into Mania, but I think they probably might do, actually. But if they don't, I think it's another heel team, Nia and Lash. And then you're like, well, the Kabuki Warriors are the tag team champions. But then I thought maybe you can beat Kairi.
You could beat Kairi. It's not...
like AJ Lee putting a submission on Kairi, for example.
Yeah. They've really cooled the Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea and Io rivalry. Although they might want to reheat that to get back to like a tag title match or something between those four, because they haven't wrestled for the tag belts, those four, have they? That I can remember.
No.
So they might want to reheat that. I think, in fact...
Because you have 5 submissions, I was just looking there, actually.
What, simultaneously?
Yeah.
Yeah. One on each one. I don't think it is going to be as impressive to look at as that, but you could have it as a spot.
I'll go for that.
Your 5 submissions. All
5 submissions, all babyface on all heels.
And then, multiple tap outs. But you don't know who it was tapped, like Death by Firing Squad.
Yeah, if we all tap at the same time, it's not anyone's fault.
Yeah. Or like one heel.
Asuka still blames
Kairi.
Kairi.
Like Kairi taps and then Asuka's fuming and Lash Legend's like, I didn't tap. Like Nia Jax, like, I would they've protected all the heels. I think Becky Lynch does tap out to AJ Lee.
Oh, really?
Finish. But here's a little wrinkle. I'm not suggesting, and I don't think anybody's really assuming, that WarGames will be anywhere near as violent or as bloody as the 2 Blood and Guts matches. And that, for the first time this year, was some quite impressive counter program from Tony Khan, playing them at their own game and not before time as well. He produced their 2 matches that WWE, would argue sometimes they don't want to do those matches, but nonetheless can't. They cannot produce violence like that on that scale, but they can produce a little bit. I think AJ Lee taps out Becky Lynch. It's Becky Lynch I always forget the name of it.
I know what you mean.
Spider related, isn't it? Anyway, she's trapped in the middle of the ring and she taps out. Maybe
Black Widow.
Black Widow, thank you. And what else is the detail about this? It's not a bloodthirsty match, but Becky Lynch is bleeding. She's bleeding around there-ish. Why? Because earlier in the match, Nia Jax has errantly punched her in the face.
Oh my God.
She's holding Charlotte Flair up or whatever. Charlotte ducks. Bang. And Nia's like, well, it's Survivor Series season. Sorry. This is what we do, kind of, if you think about it. And there's a nice little call.
I like that.
Becky's bladed, so it's like oh no, not a broken nose again or whatever. So she's screaming. There's a bit of blood, and she has to tap out. And it's like, that's the extra weakening. I didn't. It was Nia that got me. Everyone's saying it. Like that's I couldn't breathe. My nose was broken. Like it was nothing to do with your submission or whatever. Like, but AJ gets the win. The Charlotte Alexa team get a modicum of revenge without really obviously getting the belts back or anything like that.
They can use that as a justification to have one more rematch, I suppose.
Yeah, you could do
Our
one
team
more
beat
rematch.
Your team.
And Io is like
Spin around.
Better. He's looking under the ring for the bin that she left there, and then it somehow reveals, I don't know how, that Asuka stole the bin. Like earlier on in the day, she said, Kairi! And then Kairi had to steal the bin, and they're like, but Rhea thought about that, and there's a second bin, like a color-coded bin.
A friendship bin.
A friendship bin has been put in the other, and the other
There's 2 people in it.
Double bin! Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, a double bin off the top. Whoa! Oh my God, double bin. How did You can't drop that on me on like the front. Well, how have we not been fantasy booking this one for weeks? This is like over here on the shoulders. Like,
you haven't got any single bins. Who said we got one bin, we got two bins?
Very intricate pedal bin that Rhea Ripley controls from the ring. Pedal. Hey, bin's open. He jumps in it and then double bin.
Double bin.
Double bin. Either two of them both with bins on. 3, 2, 1, and they dive in like synchronized form, flying bins, but I like double bin together.
I like double bin, yeah. Friendship bin.
Friendship bin. Friendship bin.
Friendship bin. Friendship bin.
One's like, it's recycling.
Recycling.
Recycling, friendship bin.
And there you go.
That's that
and people thought it'd sound weird if I had my teeth in.
Yeah.
You just said recycling friendship bin.
And that's the finish.
Let's stick with the ladies
Yeah.
and talk about the Women's World Championship match. It's Stephanie Vacquet versus Nikki Bella.
Into this, it's what I would classify as the basics done quite well. The Nikki Bella turn was very obvious, very telegraphed, but fun to watch play out nonetheless. A absolute turkerino of a promo by Nikki Bella notwithstanding. The rest of it's been pretty solid.
It is Thanksgiving season, so.
Indeed, yeah, she did that also. We could talk about that today. Real stinker from Nikki Bella the other week. But
You reckon they do twin magic in this?
that would
Bin magic.
class. One of the bins has been left from the WarGames match. And what's Brie doing in it? Like Oscar the Grouch. The lid's still on her head.
Sorry, everyone.
Brie the Grouch. I was trying to make a Brie joke because of the Brian Thanksgiving dinner, but I couldn't get the cheese in it. I think the match, there's a bit of pressure on Nikki Bella. There is a little bit of pressure on this. And in its own way, a bit of pressure on Stephanie Vacquet because she'll want to continue her amazing streak. One of the wrestlers of the year, one of the stories of the year, really. One of the WWE success stories of the year, end to end. The matches have been great. The character work has been even better because she just feels a level above almost everybody in the division. You kind of felt it from the moment she arrived. And she's got it in her, has Nikki Bella, to, in my opinion, still bring something, especially as a heel.
Yeah.
Hit hard. Don't be afraid to hit hard. Stephanie can take it and give it back. Stephanie Vacquet wins.
I was going to say, is there any chance that they just hot potato this time?
I don't think so. They could. It is the time of year to do it. It is the time of year to do it. You take the belt off Stephanie Vacquet now, then there's a Royal Rumble on the horizon that she gets to enter. There's a this and a that and a this
That's
and a that.
not Nikki Bella in the ring. Yes, it is. What Nikki Bella pulled off tonight was pure genius.
Eric Angle with the Bellas. Don't hate that. Don't hate that, God, I really like that. So we've got bin magic and twin magic in back-to-back matches. Nah, I'll stick with my gut. I'll say Stephanie Vacquet wins, but there are worse people to do the heel reign than Nikki Bella. Let's be real about this, right? Far younger, but in terms of longevity and character TV age, it wouldn't be that dissimilar than Samoa Joe and CM Punk winning the world titles. You kind of put it on that, it's really divisive and people are like, well, already, but it creates this different landscape for the title picture as a result. Nah, Stephanie Vacquet wins.
I'll go Nikki wins, and then you have a handicap match at the Royal Rumble.
Stephanie Vacquet versus the Bellets.
Yeah.
They're
using the free Bella rule.
I'm rooting for the match to be good, is my thing here. I think it has to follow
the Brie Bird rule.
The Brie Bird rule, that's it. We've got that. Well done. That's safe. The Brie Bird rule for the Rumble. I'm just rooting for the quality of the match.
They're both the champion, basically.
Yeah.
Because there is a moment you can have, basically, because from what I've heard is rumoured, you could have a moment.
Is she Brie Bella? Is that a thing?
No, that's not what I've heard ever. I've just made that bit up.
Right.
What I was going to say was the bit that I've heard I've got Brie on the brain now. Vacquet WrestleMania is potentially Becky. So you could have a bit following this where Becky's like, you lost your title. It's like, you just lost your title.
I like that. I like that a lot.
She's like, I'll definitely have a title before you have a title at WrestleMania or whatever.
Interesting. I like Becky and Beckway.
Becca, yeah.
Stephanie Becker. I don't know.
And you could also do the Booker T Jizz spot with both Bellas.
It's not it's a counting spot.
Sorry, yeah.
Get away from this. Get your minds out the gutter. Also, we are...
Called? My brain's gone to soup today.
The Devil's Kiss.
Yeah.
We are previewing this card and what I believe will be the order of this card. So there's not an insignificant amount of pressure on these two because they're going to have to follow a WarGames match directly. And the thing is, if they don't follow that, they've got to follow the next match.
Which I am very much looking forward to. That is the Intercontinental Championship match between John Cena and Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Right. It wouldn't have been what I'd have gone with, but we're here, and there's lots of evidence to suggest that at a bare minimum, they can make the magic they made on that Raw match.
Yes.
Like, it's a 40,000 plus stadium in San Diego. The John Cena babyface run has been a blast. Like, every building's had a good time with it, and I expect this is going to be no different. John Cena in a stadium for the last time full stop might have its own, a bit like the Raw thing, might have its own sort of gravity, might have its own kind of emotion attached to it. He's going to take a long look at the adoring masses for that one last time. If it's anything like Perth, if anybody's buying the shirt and it's really colourful, that's going to make for an amazing visual because this yellow everywhere you looked in Perth was amazing. My one, and the 619, if he doesn't tear every muscle in his body, kind of want to look at that.
Of course, yeah, he's teased that, hasn't he?
Yeah. I cannot make my mind up on the result because I really want him to take the IC title into the Gunther match and have Gunther not just take his career, but take his belt.
Yeah.
And I think it makes for an interesting WrestleMania season. But Dirty Dom winning it back in almost like the ultimate act of, you thought you were going to breeze through me, and now your last match is going to be against somebody that's probably going to kill you. So a nice one, dickhead. I've just took your last win off you. Like there's a nice strain of heat that Dirty Dom can enjoy with that. I did see rumours about Livy Omega. So she was going to come back and just immediately reframe the balance of power in the Judgment Day and be like, yeah, how's it going, you lot? I've just rocked up and Dom's beaten John Cena in a stadium full of people in his hometown. So what the hell were you guys doing while I was away? Like the ultimate impact move.
I can't decide whether I want it back yet or not. It's like I don't know whether I want to open my Christmas present now or just save it for later.
Well, this is it as well. With the John Cena program taken care of, you've got Dom's main issues will be his deadbeat dad, the title, and like let us bring back him trying to rebuff the advances of Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, so this is why maybe you don't want us to come back yet.
Turning that up again, yeah. Like, you're right, it's like Christmas present today or Christmas present at Christmas. That's the Livy Omega situation, isn't it?
I'm making a call.
Go on, him.
John Cena wins. Liv Morgan does not return. As much as I'd love to see her, I do think there's more value.
Yeah.
Because there's a danger that, great, Liv's back. We've still got a month left. What are we going to do before the end of the year?
Yeah.
Because it all kind of gets a bit, we've got to go through the motions. We've got the Last Time Is Now finale. Beyond that, we're just kind of waiting for it's January now, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
There's no like TLC or whatever they throw out at the end
I've just thought of a fantasy booking scenario, and I wonder if we're effing here with what. Have you got something else to add to this?
Well, I was just going to say, don't have her come back yet. Use that time for Dom to be like, oh, bloody hell. John Cena's last match on PLE and I lost. I'm going to go down in history like that. Since I've still got my AAA title, but that's all I've got. And Roxanne's like, you sure about that?
I like that. And then he starts to think, I need Roxanne in my life.
Why don't we spend 7 minutes, not in heaven, but in the friendship bin? It's been established now as a regular.
But they don't need it all the time. So it's like,
what you lift the friendship bin up? What are you two doing in the friendship bin?
If the friendship bin had been there in 2022, presumably it's a lot bigger. And Nikki ASH might not have missed the bin when she tried to drop the 24/7 title in it. Remember that? Missed the bin. I got some fantasy booking for you that I think you are going to love.
Okay, shall I put my teeth in for this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's a fun, competitive, lightweight but fun Intercontinental title match won by John Cena.
Lightning Fist?
Yeah, why not? Actually, yeah, for a 2 count, but yeah.
For Phil?
Dom kicks out of that, but he does win it 619.
Imagine if Dom's big talking point was, I managed to kick out the Lightning Fist and no one else.
No one else has ever done that, but he still loses. 619, attitude adjustment, bing, bam, bam, ticket, stick in your pocket. John Cena's won his last PLE match. Or has he?
Oh my God.
San Diego, I couldn't think of a better place to retire in front of all of you amazing fans in this gorgeous stadium on this wonderful night here. But I could think of a better way to retire on pay-per-view forever. This was my 101st pay-per-view PLE victory. My life has been booking 101. Yeah, that's just a little bit of a treat for me, really. However, that's not going to be my last match tonight because I owe your favourite son one. Booyaka, booyaka, 619. And Rey Mysterio comes out and John Cena's like, I'm really tired. But you were really tired once.
Yeah.
And you gave me a title shot. So tonight, Rey Mysterio, would you do me the honour of letting me defend my Intercontinental title against you? Ray beats him. And then they hug and everybody cries. And Rey Mysterio wins the Intercontinental title in the San Diego Stadium.
Or Dom costs him.
Dom screws him. John Cena wins again. Picks him up. Second attitude adjustment, leaves. Yeah, goes out Rey Mysterio. We get another match. We get another John Cena match. It's not as long. He's torn every muscle in his body in the 619. So Ray has to small package him and has to go to the hospital immediately.
You'll be right for Gunther. Probably not.
But yeah, that's a bit of fun for you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this now.
Ray's going to be out there, isn't he? Something's happening.
Yeah, I think there's going to be shenanigans aplenty. For the Judgment Day. Right.
Sound like Tim Lovejoy. You make a little joke, then you go,
Let's conclude by talking about the men's WarGames match. It is what I've described as the WWE All-Stars.
Get them out. Get them out.
WWE All-Stars.
Thank you.
Punk, Cody, Usos, Roman Reigns versus disgusting. Team Vision. The two Bronnies, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Botch Lesnar.
Yeah, well, as we said, obviously, his legs are just going to be upturned in the cage, aren't they?
He's going to try and leave the, what's it called, the cage.
Yeah.
The
try and dive through the middle. Going to get stuck. His whole body's going to get stuck between the ring and the mesh, and his legs are going to look like when you see Santa's stuck down a chimney.
Yeah, but he's already previously ripped off his fight shorts after they got caught on a errant hook in the pre-War Games cage.
They're like unthreaded line by line as he ran to the ring. And by the time he got there, he's just in heart boxer shorts.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. So that's Brock taken care of.
Do you reckon if this was back in the day, remember when like the Titus World Slide happened, right? And then Vince was like, no, I'm really clever, actually. I can do some of this. Titus doesn't know how to get in the ring anymore. And they'll do that for like 3 weeks where he'd be like, whoa, how'd you get through these 3 things? This is roach. You do it every single day. Even I could do it, and I've never been a wrestler.
Like just tripping Brock. He just stumbles around.
Would you reckon Vince would have been brave enough to be like, right, your gimmick is now is you can't do anything? Or would he just said like, yeah, we'll all pretend that didn't happen?
Oh, he'd 100% that, wouldn't he? Because Brock's gimmick under Vince was you can do anything. Like, what do you fancy this week? Money in the Bank? Yeah, go on then. Right there. I've got 8 pushes, they're going to die. Right, the match is a match. There's a reason why we're not previewing the WarGames matches in the same way that we might even approach a Blood and Guts one, really, because there's going to be some West Side Story stuff. There's going to be like a lot of dead air, I think, a lot of like punching and kicking. The heels have got the advantage, which is right, and it's how it should be. I would fully expect Jey Uso to start, I think, and then maybe Cody to go in afterwards, or vice versa, whatever. In a bit of here's a twist, the Punker goes in third, and like Big Jim's like, this is class, this. And then he kind of gives Roman the eyes, and he's like, come on. And Big Jim in fourth, Roman in last. And I think that's pointed because last year there was the whole deal with him and Punk and how gripping it was to see them in the little mini cage. And now you can kind of throw Cody in the mix. It's all about the finish, isn't it? The heels are winning.
Who's with Brock in the cage? Because I feel like Brock's coming in late. Logan and Brock is quite a funny
Logan
visual.
And Paul is a funny Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar's a funny visual, isn't it? Like he's just magically produced a couple of bottles of Prime and Brock's like, all of these? Yeah. And then he does.
Or maybe Brock gets into flying like a drone around or whatever.
Yeah. Or
he crashes it.
Crashes it naturally. He can't open the bottle of Prime, and when he does, he goes, and he has Prime all over his face. And it's sticky.
He slips as he walks.
Slips on the Prime. That's that. We've done all the necessary Brock spots.
Yeah.
It's the babyface team we're interested in, isn't it? So we get to the finish element of it. There's probably been a couple of examples of friendly fire throughout. So I would fully expect Cody and Punk to like back into one another at one point. Usos are fine. Maybe Jey Uso and Roman Reigns team up at one point. And Roman's like, I wasn't supposed to be seeing you at Christmas, but this has worked out. But don't push me. And
Jay's like, watch this spear. Roman's like, no.
Jimmy's kind of looking over and like, oh, I don't love this. I thought we were kind of getting away from that. So you got a little, it's all the drama on the babyface side because the heel's going to win, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'd have a lot of interest in it. It's the babyfaces because
I have a lot of interest in this leading to WrestleMania.
Yeah, the babyfaces where WrestleMania lives, I think. Roman and Punk from Dave is, well, it's a whole new chat, isn't it? Because that would, like, you could see Roman winning the Rumble.
Yeah.
And that, like, sort of has this transformative impact on a lot of other things. But it's not impossible. It's not unlikely. Brock Lesnar being chosen and used for the stupid poker advert suggests that he might be more involved than any of us are willing to think about at the moment. I would like that Gunther match, I think, that you've talked about a lot. I don't need anything more from him. So then you have got those three at the table. And maybe they're just thinking Punk and Cody is so always there, we're going to leave it always there. And that's going to make us stressed for another 12 months. Like,
just do it.
I agree.
You're both champion.
Yeah. Yeah, I would get that
Maybe
belt.
there's a belt shot that cost them the match.
Yeah.
Punk hits Cody, Cody hits Punk.
Roman, like, both belts are on the canvas, and it looks like Roman's going to pick one to confirm what it was he was talking about on Raw. That belt looked good on me. Which one's actually eyeballing? And then while he's eyeballing, somebody gets defeated, or he gets, like, super speared by Braun Breaker into an F5 or something.
Or Jay picks up the World Heavyweight title. That's my belt, Roman.
Yes, I like that. See, this is it. All the bollocks and all the drama and all the cinema, etc. on the babyface side, I'm into it. The match...
Yeah, I don't really care.
Not loads. Sod it. Why don't you be a bit nice and give it to Drew? He doesn't get many wins to actually talk about. That character has to win every now and then, because then the losses actually make sense.
Yeah.
Why not let, like, Drew be the one who hits the victorious kill shot? Like...
through a table.
Yeah, whatever. Like, Big Jim Claymore.
Can he Claymore from one ring to another?
Well, let's see if he can. Can he?
Because he's cleared the top rope with dives and stuff before. He's just got to jump from a standing position.
Position the table lengthways and run across it.
A ladder.
Yeah, stick a ladder in there if you want.
Little ladder. Run it up like
Shelton Benjamin Claymore. There we go. Yeah.
I've seen the future.
Heels win. Good Amdram bollocks on the babyface side. Logan Paul joins the Vision full-time afterwards.
Okay.
I like it. I like Logan Paul with two Bronnies.
What, he's convinced to join because they've won?
This has worked, yeah.
And then he could
go
after the US title.
And they get renamed the Prime Vision. And he basically uses the stable as a marketing tool.
Imagine I'm trying to sell.
Bronson Reed has to wear those, like,
Paul Heyman flavored Prime.
Those golf sale sandwich board things. That's Bronson Reed.
I like him being maybe like an honorary member. So it's like whenever you want to come back, because we all know you're not going to be here until the Rumble.
Yeah. You've got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he's considered part of the Vision now. And Drew gets his one last shot at Cody out of winning WarGames or something like that.
But
Randy Orton kicking around this weekend. Is he going to do anything to screw the heels? To screw the baby faces?
I just really want to see. I don't even care if they win or lose. I just want to see Punk and Cody at the end of this basically being like, that's why I'm the only real world champion.
Randy Orton returns. RKO CM Punk.
Yes.
And it's like a Survivor Series receipt.
Spot. You want to take my moment, will you?
And Cody's like, not tonight, Randy. And this is not your problem, mate. F off. And let me shake your hand. It's got a jizz on it. See you later.
RKO for you, prick.
But yeah, RKO CM Punk. And it's like, I never forgot that.
So, like, I don't know. Oh, Braun Breaker spears someone so hard that the door comes off.
Yeah, why not?
It's like, oh, anyone can get in this. This never happens.
Door? Don't you mean entire side of the cage?
Okay.
Just falls over.
Like when Lashley threw himself.
Yes! That sort of bollocks. Half the WarGames cage has come off. John Moxley and Kenny Omega, where Kenny Omega leapt over with the thing.
Cut his dick off.
We saw Kenny Omega's bollocks splayed across the Dynamite canvas.
Well, I'm excited for... hang on. Well... I sure as hell am excited for Survivor Series WarGames. Let us know your thoughts, your predictions in the comment section below. Or next, at WhatCulture WWE. Whilst you're online, you can follow both worlds. You can follow Michael Hamflett.
Sorry. Michael Hamflett on Cameo or HamflettX@gmail.com.
You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. The link is still up if you want to donate to this ridiculous cause. No, this ridiculous effort for a fantastic cause, Movember. At Adam Wilbourn, at WhatCulture WE for all of us, of course. As I said, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, her daily wrestling podcast. The Dynamite review is available right now. It's gone up just a little bit earlier on today. Sorry, wacky November, wacky week.
Good review. Let's please on.
Wrestle Culture coming your way later on today as well. And then we'll all be back on Monday to review Survivor Series WarGames. For now, though, my thanks to Michael Hamflett. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.